Good morning, YouTube. Y'all here? Y'all ain't showing up? Let me see. Live chat. There you Oh, hi, Princess A. My throat is gone this morning. As Aretha Franklin once said, honey, all she cared about is that respect. RESPECT. Take care of TCB. Ow, baby. A little respect. Ladies, I know most of y'all ladies, and you few gentlemen. It seems like conversation this morning is these people over here named Miss what's this woman name? Natalie or some shit. Some young girl. I guess, at my age, everybody in their 30s is a young girl. But some woman over here done insulted Bless Watkins and Dovey. She said she's of the opinion that they too old to be on here being messy. And they too old to be over here talking. And maybe they should just go and sit in their rocking chairs and, girl, I guess, knit sweaters for the rest of their life. Young lady. We'll stick with young lady. Ain't nobody too old to be on YouTube. I don't know why you think that the young people, the internet belongs to the young people. No. The internet belongs to the citizens of the world. Correct? Just because a lot of older people weren't raised with this stuff and they're just not into it like you, that doesn't mean you own the internet. Your opinion is certainly not more valuable than a person because they've gotten older. I'm trying to understand this. How can a person who hasn't really lived yet at all, I mean, you've had a limited amount of experiences so far, right? Know more or more about life or have more wisdom than someone who's lived 2 and 3 times long as you have. Not 3 times, that would be 90 something. Girl, because you're young, that don't mean shit. If you can talk, you can read, you can have a conversation, right? If you have interest, then you are no more valuable than anybody else, child. How you gonna say these women are not even old? They're not even my age. I'm 63. I hope that doesn't offend you. But my point is this. Have some respect for people. You don't come on here and tell somebody that they're too old to be on YouTube, child. This is not this you're not paying no bills on YouTube. YouTube's paying you. Probably not very much, because this looks like just clout chasing to me. Clout chasing 101. The people that took an interest in you coming after these women because they like them. And then you gonna try to ride that until you get yourself some numbers. Well, girl, but can you maintain any numbers, girl? Are you gonna have to always use a stunt to get people to know who you are or to pay attention to you? My experience, they're gonna pay attention to you for 2 or 3 days of this story, or maybe a week, and then they forget all about you. Even if they do click on you for that particular argument, they forget about you because you don't have the personality to sustain a channel. So if these women are having a channel and people are coming to watch them every day, I would venture to say that they have more of a place on YouTube than you, right? I don't know why people assume that. Now, I'll tell you this. I'll be honest with you, because I've been accused of being too old too, right? I'll tell you this. There are a lot of things that are great about being young. 20s, early 30s for me. That's 15-year period, I think, is just the greatest part of my living, right? You're much better looking. You're in much better shape. You're physically more capable. There are a lot of things. I think you're more creative when you're younger. There are a lot of things that you can admire about being young. Women can have babies when they're young, right? Their bodies are where they can have children very easily. There are a lot of good things about being young, right? But your brain is not more mature when you're young. You don't really have more conversation when you're young. Better conversation when you're young, right? Because you just don't have you lack the experience, right? They'll tell me, Oh, you started writing too late. No, that's not too late. That's when you start writing. The majority, I believe, are authors, published authors. They're in their 40s, 50s, 60s because you have accumulated more information that time, right? So you, young lady, are a person who I get the impression that you're just not a very respectful person. In other words, you don't have a problem going down to the corner store and cussing out a 95-year-old man because he's moving too slow. This is the kind of character I'm seeing here. You just don't have respect. Now, I don't know if you were raised with one parent, or maybe sometimes it's worse than just being raised by one parent, right? I don't know if your daddy went to jail, and you know how we black people do it. We're baby daddy, baby mamas, and all this kind of stuff, right? So you're not getting the full I don't know, if your father is not present to teach you anything, and your mother, because he's not present, she has to now work. So your mother, her days are full as well. So you guys come together at night. So it's very hard on single mothers trying to raise these babies. I understand it. I was raised by a single mother. A lot of the people that I knew were raised by single mothers. I lived for a part of my youth in the projects where everybody was raised by a single parent kind of thing, right? And most of those women worked, unless they just had little tiny babies where they had to be at home with them or whatever. You describe yourself as a hood chick. I think you said you a hood chick, right? So a hood chick, you don't really know anything. Why are you all over here insulting these people who are so much older than you? Unless they have directly come for you or done something to you, girl. Why are you over here attacking these two women? These two popular women. W just barely got here, and she's already gotten herself an audience. They have audiences because people want to hear what they have to say, right? Now, I still think youth is beautiful. I still think, but to have a conversation, have you ever tried to have trying to have a conversation with someone in their 20s when you're in your 30s, girl, it is real frustrating. Unless they're your family, where you actually putting the time into trying to understand what they're talking about. But really, we don't have that much to talk about. So I'm trying to figure out, why are you over Bless Watkins and this girl Dovey's channels to know who they are, to watch their content, and to decide they shouldn't be there? Who in the hell are you? Why are you over there? If you want to have conversation, girl, with 20-year-old girls or 31-year-old, they got to be the same age as you. Why have you got your ass over there watching them women? And then how dare you proclaim who and who will not make a living on YouTube? No matter what these people say, one of the primary things about YouTube is you get paid to be on YouTube. So if they are able to cultivate an audience, girl, and they have people who want to watch them, and I include myself, I'm not a her, but I'm certainly an older person. It ain't like these women are elderly. I don't think either one of them is even old as I am, right? But why would you take your time to go in and talk so harshly about these people? And then you have the nerve to try to stand in it. That's what I said. That's what girl. You want to play with other children, go to the other children's yards, girl, and we want to see how much they like you. Because it might not be these ladies at all. It could be that it's you. Maybe it's you who doesn't deserve to be here. Because maybe you don't really have a lot of conversation. Maybe you just want to bitch and moan, and you thinking that now, oh, they talking about me. Oh, they talking about me. This will make me. Then we got another one. She gonna come on here and throw somebody different under the bus every 2 or 3 days, thinking this is gonna make her famous. But you got to have enough personality to carry a channel. People have to want to hear what you have to say, right? So I find the whole conversation kind of stupid, ridiculous. I am certainly not too old to do this. I am certainly much smarter, and I hate for you to see what I was like when I was in my 20s and 30s, 20s and early 30s, baby. I wasn't ready for prime time, shall we say? I think my brain is much clearer than it was at that time in my life. Right now, I look better than that in that time of my life, no doubt about that. I was certainly more athletic that time of my life. There's lots of attributes. I did a lot of design work at that age, I think I was more creative at that period between 20 and 35. There were a lot of good things, but it wasn't all good things. My brain was certainly not better, right? I'm just saying. It's just an observation, honey. How y'all doing today? Good morning, people. Princess A and Mocha Drop and Linda B. How y'all? Frazier Lori 89, and Tanja. Y'all know I can't see everybody's name. I gotta say what ones got here first. Miss Sherry. Hi, Nikki. Working and listening. Y'all gonna get to be old too, honey. This baby. Every stage of your life is valuable. Every stage of your life is valuable, child. So it sounds to me ridiculous for somebody who hadn't even lived a life to come on here telling people how much uh how less how much less of a value they have because now they have managed to make it to certain ages, right? I consider myself fortunate to make it to this age. Not everybody gonna make it, baby. So don't assume. Don't always assume, girl. And when you get there, I don't know if you think you die at 51 or your brain dies at 62 or when you're alive until you stop being alive, honey. My grandmother had her full mind, her full humor, her full facilities, and she was 91 years old. She didn't start slipping off, but she was 91, girl. So even though the body don't look like it used to look, so yes, a lot more people will want to have sex with you, 20s, early 30s. But girl, that's really kind of it. If you got nothing else to bring to the party, honey, you're gonna be left, right? Because you're putting all your value in what you look like. Correct? What's going on with your mind? You should be learning from these women who already raised children, who've already went through marriages, who've already had life and life and life and life. There's much to learn about from them. But no, you want to be disrespectful. You want to be like those little young children who you see in the store disrespecting old people. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. I ain't got to be respectful to her. I not raised by anybody, really. I mean, we understand. We're all from a similar type background. No matter how bougie we have become, we can understand you just basically have not been raised by anybody. But you need to learn the basic principles of respect, people. That's what I want to say. No, ain't nobody saying, "Oh, I gotta be certain that you gotta kiss my ass." No, ain't no. It's not about kissing nobody's ass, child. It's just about a person that's older than you, child. Just give them respect. You should give people your own age respect, right? Now, for me, if I go to a person full of young people, I might be saying these people are idiots, but they're not idiots. They're just young. They're just in that period in their life. The internet throws everybody together, right? So you get to pick and choose what you want to hear. Many people prefer to get their information from people who are older. They enjoy their conversations with Bless Watkins and Dovey. There is a good possibility that these women remind them of their own parents or their aunt or their mother. They may have that kind of respect for them, but the respect is automatic, or it should be, right? Doesn't mean you gotta kiss nobody's ass. It just means I just respect you. You're an older person than I am. I'm not gonna come over here attacking you. And those women have a right to feed their family just like you do, girl. Right? What y'all say? What y'all think? Y'all heard that conversation over there? I tried to go and do a little research so I was more educated on the specifics, but it's just like a lot of conversations on here, people. They're basically it's for women. It's a women's conversation. Nothing wrong with that. It's just a woman's conversation. So I don't feel like I have a role in that, right? So what I click off. And then the next day they're talking about something that does include me, or I have an opinion about. So I click back on. You can leave it any other time, but don't go to somebody else's page telling them what they're gonna do and how they're gonna be and what they're gonna talk about on their page. Right? How can you be too old for your own page? It's impossible, girl. It's my page. I'm whatever age I am. They came at me like that a while ago. I don't forget who it was. Oh, you too old. You too old, girl. I think everyone was in their 20s. Well, child, if you in your 20s, hell, everybody too old. Shit. Uh, hi, y'all. Hi, Linda B. And Nikki. Okay, y'all ain't got no opinion about this thing? Well, the conversation went on about this girl named Millie, Miles, or Missy, Mooley, whatever. She thinks she gonna get some clout now, but so she's trying to write. I see 3 videos over there about the same conversation. But people just choose to talk about it. But it's only for a day, girl. Don't get too excited. You still got to bring content, honey. Right? Do you think Oprah and them girls are too old? I mean, they've been in the business for 40, 50. How long they been on there? 40, 50 years. All these ones you all call stars and celebrities and all that. Aren't those people kind of getting up there? I mean, if Oprah been on the air for 40 years, I would think she got some age behind the girl. Are they also too old to be on television? As an early millennial, some of the younger ones think they are special and think they're not, they shit don't stink. Some of it starts at about, from what I remember, it starts at about 16, 15, 16 years old, you know, and their heads they don't roll their heads like they used to, but their head used to roll around. They know everything, right? And the boys, they can become mannish. And then I respect you women who have to raise teenagers, right? Because they go up through a period where I think the Southern people say they start to smell themselves, right? So every time I watch a movie, and I say, "Oh, here comes the teenager," and I already know how they go act, right? I already know how to go act, right? Because now they know everything. They're 16 years old, but they don't. I don't want you. I don't need you to tell me that. Oh, I knew that. Oh, I know that. Oh, they say about their friends. They say, "Oh, they're so immature. Oh, they too immature for me." You know, all those shit. So when you're 20s, you still got some of that on you, right? But by 30, lady, you ought to start maturing some, honey. You got to realize, okay, I have an issue. I'm not a very respectful person, right? I was raised this way. I've been this way all my life. And yes, there are always problems. Yes, I got suspended a lot. Yes, I had problems with my aunts and people, you know, accept your part in this. You know what? But I don't want to be this way anymore, girl. I want to learn something. I mean, surely I'm capable of learning something. So that's why you're over there with these other ladies, right? People, a lot of us are not that age, honey. You assume everybody's 20 because you're 20, or you assume everybody's 30 because you're 30. No, it's not the truth, honey. At all ages, the internet is for everybody. If they can draw an audience, they have every right to be here. Can you draw an audience? Is the issue. Now I understand this. What's her name? Millie something. Millie Meek, Millie Mills, I think it is. Millie Mills. They said you're from the black sector. So is this just another stunt? Because the black sector is trying to pull these people from the beef sector, and for whatever reason, people decided to give themselves these names of these sectors, right? And so is this a way for you to get in by coming over here and insulting uh, the women over here? I'll say mature women because they're not elderly women, honey. They got a whole lot of good. You don't like the way we talk? Is that what it is? Girl, go somewhere else then, honey. Or stay over there in your black sector, child. Right? I mean, I don't understand it. So you don't think they ought to show up in no panel? They shouldn't show up in no panel. They too old. Girl, ain't that a bitch? As I said, Millie Mills, you can go to the club, girl, and people will look at you a lot more. Because that ain't got a goddamn thing to do with your brain. This is a brain exercise. This is about talking application, honey. Right? So don't assume that nobody wants to hear what you have to say as opposed to what they have to say. Because all I heard you say was a bunch of cussing, right? And cussing is an art form, honey. You have to know how to cuss, girl. Just coming on here every other word is bitching motherfucker. That ain't gonna work. You gotta ask some, you gotta have some swag. Swag is accumulative. Mhm. And y'all got some old people over there in the black sector too, I see. I see a whole lot of gray hair over there in the black sector, girl. Do you go over there bothering them about their age? Don't come over here picking on people thinking that's where you're gonna get in. Mm-hmm. Baby, don't start. Special. The younger one think they're special. You got it going on. Child, please. Uh-uh. This is the best part of life. I am free, right? Mm-hmm. More mature. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that girl she sounds like a little, she sounds younger than 33, actually. But to sit up there and then holler and scream about, yes, that's what I said. Oh, I'm staying by what I said. I said it and I mean it. That's why, girl, who gives a goddamn what you said? Like that's so important what you said. Girl, take your ass back over to the black sector and say it over there. Because you're going to come over here, you need to come over here humbly, honey, respectfully. And you need to start building some alliances, honey, and making some friends over here. Bogarting your ass over here, girl. Just come over here cussing people out, people that we actually like. By coming over here cussing them out, that ain't going to work, baby. That's what I mean about having a mature mind. You're not a thinking person. You can't help it. That's just where you are. You're probably spending most of your time now trying to raise your children, do the things that people do in their 20s and 30s, girl. Maybe trying to attract a man. I don't know if you have one or not, girl. I don't know if you have one or not, baby. But that would be your focus as a young person, right? I just want to let you know that the internet does not belong to you. All the people who developed the internet, girl, they will all be considered what you consider elderly. uh don't know her. Well, her whole point, Linda B, is for us to know her now. You see, they latch on to these controversies, and they believe that people will click onto them because they want to know what the controversy is, right? This is cloud chasing 101, honey. So the whole point for her, when she sees this as, oh, I got, sweetheart, don't do that to your dad. Please, will you be merciful and kind? Have show loving kindness. Tell him stop walking in the hallway, daddy. I ain't got nothing against young people. Hell, it's a great time to be alive, honey. But it ain't the only time to be alive. And yes, people, 40s, 50s, 60s, a lot of the commentators are in that age group. They're catching on as well. Why not? I mean, I can come on there and do this. I have an opinion, right? They give commentary on what's going on just like we do. Just like we do. I'm one of them. The elderly. The elderly. You better hope you make it to the elderly, honey. Don't assume, baby. I can't take anyone that has no 401k on their own. That child is somebody's dependent still, girl. She ain't got no 401k. Girl, you remind me of somebody, Purple Peach. Baby. I'm on the other side of all that. Whatever was going to happen is already happened, honey. I am an 80s baby. That isn't old at all. At least we had playgrounds and Nintendo. We had to use our imagination, something that some 90 kids missed. These 90s and 2000 kids missed. They don't even read books no more, child. They have so much stuff accessible to them on the internet that all you can do is ask them a question. I used to have this asshole, one of my roommates in this transitional housing I lived in, right? Every time you say something to him, he'd be on his phone getting the answer. He didn't know anything. All he knows is what the hell your Google said, right? So everything came to the internet. So I mean, I don't even know how education has even suffered from all this easy access to the internet, right? So why read a whole damn book when you can just go get the answers, girl? But I don't get the impression this girl is looking up too many answers, honey. I get the impression this young woman feels like she already knows the answer. Millie Meals. Or that Millie, is it Millie Meals? All right. She should be a singer, honey. She like Stephanie Meal. Millie Meals. We got a certain ring to it. Millie Meals. Hi, my name is Millie Meals. I know everything. We need to get rid of these old people. Girl, if they got rid of the old people, Millie Meals, do you think that'll bring you any more numbers? Do you think if people are not watching Bless Walkers, that means they're gonna watch you more? If they were attracted to her conversation, what makes you think they're gonna now be attracted to your goddamn conversation, girl? She said, I'm a hood chick. I'm a hood chick. Well, girl, yeah, power to the people, girl. I'm standing for the hood chicks. I guess they'll give her a couple of days with this stuff, child. Then she'll go right back to her corner, try to figure out what's the next way now. What am I going to say now? Yeah, Mr. Carruthers, you in my age group. You might even have one or two on me. Uh-huh. They want to run us away, put us all in the old folk home. Ain't that something? Baby, you don't want none of this mouth when I was in my 20s, 30s. Mm-mm. Hell no, I was drinking too. Ooh, girl. You would much rather have this Timothy Blaine, honey. Uh-uh. She from the Furious Five. Is she from the Furious Five, Millie Mill? All right. Uh, no, she don't even know where she got the name from. Lord have mercy. Sound like a Twilight Zone episode. Get rid of the over 50s. Mm-hmm. Useless, worthless. Who cares what they have to say? A lot more people will find your conversation ridiculous. I mean, I'm telling you the truth with that one, Millie Mills. A lot more people will find a person of your intellectual level a lot more boring than they're going to find either Dovey or Bless Watkins or me for that matters, or you either, Mr. Carruthers. Mm-hmm. It's an accomplishment. I done went through 30-some years of HIV/AIDS. God damn, can you imagine living your whole life thinking you were in your all through the 80s, part of the 90s, thinking you're gonna be dead in a couple of years, girl? Here you are, 40 years later, you still here, still hanging on, honey. I'm still here, baby. Mm-hmm. That is a blessing. It's a blessing to get some years behind you, girl. You know there's a part of you way deep inside of you, Millie Mills, when you love your cheer and everything, but you say, oh, one day they gonna go. One day I'm gonna be able to be me. I've got to be me. I've got to be me. Oh, criticize people because they made it, honey. Uh-uh. You can't wait, girl. They said, Mama, I'm getting married. I'm getting married. Ooh. Inside, you no, baby, don't. Is it the right decision? Is it the right decision? But inside, you be saying, I get that room back, girl. I'm gonna make me an office, home office, and a library. So Millie Mills, don't come over here attacking our women, honey. I'll bring your ass over here with that bullshit because people are gonna reject you. Mm-hmm. And recognize your a defect in your character. You don't have any respect. That's why you're able to talk to those women who you don't even know so harshly and try to discourage them. That's why you're able to do that because you don't have respect. It's just out in you. I'm sure if an old lady was in front of you, girl, she was moving too slow, you might push her out of the way, push her shopping cart all through the goddamn aisles because you just lack that, right? There's an immaturity to you. Because if they wouldn't have told me that you were in your early 30s, I would have assumed that you were 20 or even less. Tim is 63, not 71. Thank you, Charles Dawson. I think brother man up there said he was 71. Mr. Carruthers. Mr. Tim, a proud 71. Oh, Mr. Carruthers says he's a proud 71. Not me. I'm 63 and Mr. Carruthers is 71. But you see how Mr. Carruthers comes out of my mouth automatically? It's not because I've ever had a conversation with him. It's not because I'm kissing his ass. It's not because of anything. When he says he's an older person, automatically it becomes Mr. Carruthers for most people. They call me Uncle Tim. I'm related to these people. They call me that because it's just attached to what age you are. You're the age of my uncle. It's just basic kind of respect. Some people have not been raised. I'm telling you, they don't know. They have to figure it out on their own, honey. Right? And I'm sure it's a very hard way to live. I feel like I was raised a lot of time on my own. Right? Daddy gone, praise Jesus. The abuser is gone since I was 6. Totally gone time I was 6, 7, 8 years old. He was gone, right? Mama had to work. She had to work. Whether she got some assistance or not to be in the projects, she had to work her ass out of the projects, girl, and she had to put in them hours. So when she got home from work, it was only a half hour between the time we got home from school and she got home from work, and then she got to raise work, raising our bad asses, right? Because when Mama come home, first thing was, look what he did. Oh, he did that in my room. He was in my room, Mama. He said, "Girl, can I get my coat off? Can I get my coat off, please? Could you go sit your ass down? Go play outside." But to that girl, she's just a mischievous girl. But I don't know why she feel like she has more right to be here than anybody else. It's just silly as hell. Age divide terrible. We all different ages, child. Some of us are young, some of us are old. Some people are wise enough to realize that they get more out of an older person than they get from people their own age. I can't tell you the one when I was still in the game who was telling me, "Oh, I don't got nothing in common with them. Oh, they immature." It started that about I was 17. They so immature. So not everybody. Hey, a lot of them young guys are seducing older people. They just want to be around older people. Period. Right. Let me see. I tried to go on there and research this thing. I couldn't do it, Chan. Miss Bizarro has 4.5 hour lives. I tried to read Baltimore. I saw the faces. I just can't do it. I don't know how y'all do it. 4 and 5 hour lives, all to try to find a statement somebody made. Then you got to follow the statement and who said this. But a lot of people were criticizing that girl for coming after these women. And I think it's just your basic lack of respect. I think you're going to get that wherever you go. If you go on your job, you start a new job, and you start on the job by disrespecting the older people who have worked there many years, you're not going to last there, girl. She's too disrespectful. Customers come in. Here she goes. Leave me alone, child. I see them on the bus. Honey, sometimes them little girls be so bad on them buses. During the school time, the bus that runs by here, I use mostly the train or the subway if I'm going one direction. But there's some areas of San Francisco you can't access unless you get on the bus, right? I make the mistake of getting on there with them young girls. Lord, more than a few times, I've had to get off of the bus. Them girls were so bad. Not only bad to each other, child, insulting the old ladies. I can't. I just can't do it. I can't do it. So I would think that you would want to move past that at your age, girl. You say you're in your 30s, honey. You're supposed to be setting an example for your children. If your mama is still acting that way, what are the chances the kids have? These are generational curses, honey. If your daddy is walking around with his pants down there around his knees, child, playing rap music loud on the bus, what are your chances, child? You have responsibilities, right? Mm-hmm. Sure, what you're still not sure what I'm talking about, Fritz? What's the matter, Fritz? You got to get hip. You got to know how to follow this stuff, man. It takes you. Is that guy or girl? No, Fritz got a beard. That's Fritz. Okay, veteran and raising my kids with the respect. If say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. Yes, well, that's the truth. Uh huh. Not sure what this is about. Well, we're talking about this young lady who has come over here from the black sector. She's decided to disrespect the older women in this sector by suggesting that they shouldn't be here, or they shouldn't be having the conversations they're having, or they shouldn't have the personalities they're having, or they should not interact with the younger people. I guess the younger people are like the princes and the kings, and they have no right to actually even have a conversation with them. I mean, mature people know that's bullshit, right? She said that, oh, she old enough to be my grandmama. and this is how you would treat your grandmama, don't think it can't happen, people. There's all kind of people in this world. There are people who would disrespect their own grandmama. I don't know how in the hell Bless Walking gonna be your grandmama though. What is she? 50? She's not even 60, is she? So your grandma, how long? So your mama had children when she was 10. Baby, you think you're 35 and you're young? Blink and you'll be 45. Blink again, now you're 55. And guess what? You the old broad on the scene. Oh, tell somebody how they can make a living. Ain't that something? Lord have mercy, child. She gonna bleed. She gonna bleed this. She gonna try to, because they're trying to connect with the beef sector. That's it. So I'm suggesting to you, young lady, it's not, you're going about it the wrong way, honey. You going out in the world backwards like you did when you first come here. Lord, respect yourself. La da 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 da. Respect yourself. Di 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 di. If you don't respect yourself, ain't nobody gonna give a get good about you. Respect yourself. Keep cussing around. Older women don't even know their name. And then you are dumb enough to think that that'll make you a big old girl. Yeah, yeah. Respect yourself. La da 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 da. Li dee 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 dee. And that song was a word, baby. There's a whole lot of folk raised on that music. I know the parents want to turn it on when they become teenagers. Mm-hmm. Preach, Mavis. Their platform is just too long. I can't. I can go over there and if something's been said, we want to talk about it, whatever. But I just couldn't. It's too much. Now they're back on again already for another 4 or 5 hours. Nope, not that interested, baby. We're talking about ageism in general. That guy King Roman had me on his channel. I guess it's been about a month ago, to discuss ageism on YouTube, but I didn't have a lot of answers for him because I didn't feel like I was being disrespected because of my age. I got disrespected because people didn't like me and stuff like that. But this would have been a good prime time for him to have that conversation. Mm-hmm. Honey, listen, I love all the old music. Mm-hmm. The old music, baby. Mm. Cussing around. Women folk don't even know their name, child. Your mama would be so ashamed. We can't assume people even have relationships with their own mamas, child. When you're that kind of person, you might not even have respect for your own mama. No matter how you feel about what she did, what she didn't do, and all that, you came out of her body. She is due your respect forever. Mm-hmm. What else is going on here? Let me see. Here's Fritz's wife and my father always got on people when they cursed or spoke disrespectfully around my mother. Right, you don't do that. It's just basic respect, honey. I done got mad at my mom before, but I don't think I've ever said a curse word to her, period. It's automatic. I know I ain't never said nothing like that to my grandma. My uncle probably beat the shit out of my ass, but we've had arguments and stuff like that. You respect people. It's automatic. Even a stranger, right? You see an old lady, she's struggling. Instead of out there bitching about, get your old ass out the street. No, go and see if she needs some assistance. Maybe you can help her with her cart across the street, girl. If she's 90 years old, still struggling to get by. She got a whole lot more information in her brain, girl. You can learn a lot more from her than she could ever learn from your ass. Mm. Nope, I don't think my mom ever heard me curse either. Mm-mm. Even when I was getting high and all that, I didn't call them. I didn't want them to hear me getting high or going to prison. I didn't call them until it was time to. So I stopped. Mm-mm. It was a shameful thing to me. Watch old video. Okay. Who is that? Danye's? Is it Danye's? Danye's Unsolicited Opinion Podcast. Hi, Danye. Since I'm new to this channel, I went to watch old videos. Boy, Mr. Timothy has a smooth way of getting people together. Yeah, you wouldn't hold it against me, Danielle. If they got to be gotten together, they got to be gotten together, baby. You got to get the monkeys off your back. As long as you're willing to do it, it's all about building your own channel. Don't be over trying to ride somebody else's back to get your channel, honey. So I would say, Black sector, so far y'all not doing that good. This merger thing was announced, what, 3 months ago? And so far, I'm only familiar with a few names. I know over there's Cookie Monster. There's ZX or Grown Folks TV. I recently became aware of this person called Suge or Uncle Suge. There's Clyde Diva. 4 people. I'm not even aware of anybody else over there. So I would say that you guys are not succeeding. Try another way, honey. Try building friends, building alliances by being a decent human being, honey. Come on over here cussing us out or cussing out our ladies is not going to work. It's just not. We're going to resent your ass and send you right back where you came from. First time I slipped and said a curse word in front of my mother, it was because I stumped my toe. Oh, shit. Well, that's an exception. I don't know if that ever happened. And yes. She turned and looked at me, excuse me, laughed and said, you don't even know how to curse, girl. I would let you have it or I stump my toe. Now, that kind of cussing we have to allow. Even using the Lord's name in vain sometimes. You didn't kick that foot, honey. I could never cuss in front of my mother. I can cuss the dog out. Diddy. Come here, Queenie. Big trouble. What are you doing? Be quiet. Sit down. Sit the boom. Sit the boom. I'm gonna take my child in the other room. Guess who's going into the dungeon? Yes, please thumbs up the video. Thank you, Al. That's because we don't like most of them, so the merger won't work. Well, she's making it worse. She thinks she's doing something over there now. She thinks she got, oh, look, they're all talking about me. Oh, I have 5 videos made about me. We done seen it 100 times, girl. That is not sustainable. You ain't gonna get no subscribers that way, child. Nobody give a damn who you are. We're talking about the issue, honey. The issue you were brought to the forefront is how you gonna come over and tell somebody they ain't supposed to be here. Maybe you don't supposed to be here, girl. If you're finding other people's commentary so offensive to you, and you're not smart enough to know that you can just click off the damn video, perhaps this is really not your area. Free Squeenie, let him alone. Don't bother Squeenie. He's just a little dog. He don't know no better. He's just protecting you. Okay. Somebody wrote a beautiful poem one time about the dog. She said, don't get mad. I saw it on Facebook. I wonder if I saved it in my old Facebook. She said she wrote, I guess it's considered not even a short story, it's 1 page. She was talking about how the dog, how you're their only friend, how they don't have any other friends and they can't watch TV and call their friends on the phone and you all they got. So don't get mad at them, particularly when they bark because someone's come around. That's their nature. They're not being it to be bad. And she talked all the years she was a real dog lover. I had to remember that. It's kind of stuck to me. Okay. I'm sorry, Squeenie. I'm sorry, raise my voice at you, Squeenie. He don't understand words. He understands your tone. So if you yell, then he knows to move it, baby. That's how my mama was. Tim, she said. Then my mama, she'd be in her room, right? Tim, she called me 2 times, right? Nigga, get your black ass in it. I'll break your. She always wants to knock my head off. I don't know what the fascination with knocking my head off was, but I always heard that last one, baby. I recognized the tone. Or sometimes she wouldn't even use no tone. She just, if we were in church or somewhere around decent people, she just shoot me that eye. And I said, oh shit. I messed up. Now be quiet as a church mouse. Then there was a mental place, which I'm talking about as a little young kid, where she didn't want to yell because we were around somebody else. And then the look wasn't working. She'll take her knuckle right here. And she'll like it. We could call it the meterizer, like the meat tenderizer, girl. I guess she felt like she could physically put her words into your brain, so you would learn, honey. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Tim, what are you preparing for things? Nothing. I might buy me a turkey sandwich. It makes no sense to me to cook by myself. Ain't nobody's coming in here. Now I know people, they're getting looser now where people can go. You can go to a restaurant, you got to have the mask on and you got to show them your card and all that kind of stuff. And probably because I used to do it here every year, Thanksgiving dinner. It's the only dinner I did here. And but no, I come this far. I come this far by faith. Well, leaning on my God. And I've been trusting in his holy word. I know that he never failed me. Yeah. That's why I'm singing. Whoa, 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 won't turn around. I come this far by faith. It's not time for me yet. People are still getting sick. Y'all see what happened to Colin Powell? I've got a host of preconditioned conditions. I've had all 3 shots, but no, we ain't ready. Maybe by next year we'll be ready to have people in here. Mm-hmm. I know. Okay, Teresa Hopkins. I know this is the beef sector. I don't like when these folks come for Uncle Tim either. Show some respect for him, even though he cussing your ass out. Right? Be respectful and take them weapons, honey. That's right. They show they are ignorant and half raised when they say things against Unc. It's not so much that you come after people; it's just how you come after them, right? I saw the young lady. She also wants people to take their dentures out, and she wants to throw their dentures across the room or some shit like that. Girl, that's disrespectful. I don't know if there's a handbook. People can tell you, okay, this is disrespectful. That's not disrespectful. You can read this way, but you can't read that way. You should just know some things, girl. You just know some things, girl. Period. Mimi, here we go with the hating again. Mimi Lynn, Tim, I can't. Please stop with the singing. Don't sing. Mimi, it's not about my singing. It's about the words of the song. We've come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord. We are trusting. We're trusting in his word, which y'all would say the Bible. And we know through our own experience that he's never failed us yet. That's why, well, I can't sing apparently. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's the moan, So you're in church, you're singing the words, but then a lot of is expressed in that whoa, 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 can't turn around. That moan, baby. Mhm. Not everything is a spoken word. And then Dee Dee says, "Sang it." You can't please the people, baby. Mm. Tim, please don't sing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna sing, girl. Tim taking us back to Beulah in the wait a minute, what is this? Back to Beulah in the field of the Greater Saints Baptist Church, Baptist Missionary Baptist Church. I can see the choir marching in. Ooh, with them white gloves on. No, the usher had the white gloves on. And rocking and we this far. Uh-huh. We've come this far. Everybody get happy. Not only the singers are allowed to get happy, child. Yes, God's blessed them with enough voice where they can get on the stage and actually sing for other people. Most of the lead singers are the ones who can sing really. The harmony can sing on a different level, but they can be out in front of people. But everybody wants to sing. I mean, that's what you're there for. Sing, give praise and honor to your God, honey. You think God's up there saying, "Ooh, ooh, that's a little off key." Ooh, oh no, that's not the issue, honey. It's not the issue. I'm sorry that I have my own platform, so I'm able to do kind of what I want to do on here. See, you tell them, Bree. Bree Crunch says, "I love your singing." Mhm. Thank you. The audiences seem to be divided. I try not to go into a whole song, although occasionally I fail. The devil don't know when you mean the devil don't know what you're talking about in my grandma's voice. Mhm. The God, Satan, we gonna drag your kingdom down. All glory, Satan, we about to drag your kingdom down. You've been building up that old kingdom. Mm. All on you too. Now we telling you, Satan, we about to drag your kingdom down. Cause the just ain't living holy. Satan. Greenleaf. I was tempted to start Greenleaf over on Netflix. I'm tempted. You got to give a certain amount of time in between because you're too familiar with the story. But if you can probably start from season one, I can probably watch it all the way through again. I watched The Sopranos, must have been all the way through 4 or 5 times before I finally had enough where I just knew every word being said. Sunday morning, hair done on Saturday. Got clothes on the cleaners, ushers with black and white uniform directing you to the pew with the fan. Oh, all right, girl. Come on in the room. Come on in this room. I can see you on a plane. Ooh, on a piano. I thought you said you would see me. I have dyslexia, Danielle. So forgive me. Let me warn you. I have dyslexia, and my reading ain't always what it should be. Many times I'm reading it backwards, girl. So you said on the piano, giving it to him. I thought you said I was on a plane singing. Y'all hear about when they pull them planes over on the tarmac, right? Because somebody got to be drug off, honey. Shake your head while you're singing. All right, honey. We gonna stump on the devil's head. Oh, I miss church so much. I really do. I can't get into watching services online and all that stuff. I need to be in the building, honey, where that spirit hits. Mm-mm. Sometime when I was a baby Christian, which for me it was in my 40s, that spirit would hit me in the middle of a song and try to plaster myself into the wall. I was one of those that had to come over and take hold of him. And the old lady said, "Come on out, Satan. Come on out." I miss those days, baby. They say we're gonna go one time in November. Oh, we have an anniversary coming up or something, but we still can't go to church. Yeah, because I can make a song out of anything. I enjoy expressing what I'm feeling when I'm singing. All right, Castro Cannon. Oh, you the singer? Okay, I didn't know you were a singer. I've heard your name for a couple years, but I didn't know you were a singer. Hmm. Yes, you can, my brother. I've watched your musical offerings on your channel. So Castro has a channel where he sings. Let's put it down. Many times I make notes and then I check things out, but I'm only aware of them because I've saw them on here somewhere. Okay, because I know, I know that your name comes up a lot when them old bad boys over there being bad. Okay, check out. Hmm. Make sure we are subscribed over there. Yeah, the singing is the best part in church for me. Many times after the service, people ask you, "Well, they talk about today? What was the sermon? What was the word?" I don't even remember. I remember I got in there. I can tell you every song that was sang though. Hmm. Went there, had myself a great old time. Is that repetitive nature? When they start talking about you, he touched me and all that kind of stuff, Chad. I said, I know that to be the truth. I'm just agreeing with you. You pray for me, I'll pray for you. I love you. I need you to survive. It is his will that every need be supplied. You are important to me. Now, I got to lie with this part. I won't harm you with words from my mouth because I love you. Now, I will harm you if you're harming me, honey. Oh, sorry, little shit. Okay, I'll play with me. But at least while we're in the service, everybody nice and sweet and good. Any of Sunshine Band. The Sunshine Band? How does Sunshine Band got to do with Sunday? Did anyone have Sunshine Band or WPWW? What's that? Do a little dance. Is that which one you talking about? KC? Do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. I don't think we ever sang that in church though. Remember the average white man? This thought just came into my mind out of nowhere. The average white band. I was a fan of theirs. Meet me in the playground at 3:45. Don't want nobody else to know. There is just so many things that we can explore. Hey, baby, won't you take it nice and slow? When it start to rain, we're going to take some shelter. I want to hold your little hand. My head is spinning like helter skelter. Did it walking? She said, dun, dun, hey, wait a minute. Dun, 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 hold down. She said, dun, dun, hey, just a little bit. Wherever I start, oh, I can't remember. I can't believe I remember this song. Whatever I start to feel of what it feels like to feel it for the first time, is it really mine? That's a real. She said, look, boy, boom, boom, don't you touch. That ain't much. It's only a schoolboy crush. Da-dun, da-dun. No, that wasn't in the church, baby. The mother's boy would have a fit. Oh my God. It beat you in the head with the Bible. Mm. And piano and clapping. And it worked just fine. Now churches got a whole orchestra and they want you to pay for the orchestras too. There was a guy downtown yesterday. He his music ministry was he just beats on pots and pans, but he was really very good. I guess he's learned it in the South or something. But every instrument that he was playing on was a pot or a pan. He didn't have anything else but pots and pans, frying pans. Frying, I guess a saucepan had a different sound, whatever. I said he'd be a hell on a drum. The Average White Man. I was listening to it yesterday. I can't believe I remembered all the words. That's sometimes why I sing. I'm just amazed that when you can remember things that you haven't heard in years. That's the beauty of music. Look, I lost one. Uh-oh, somebody been taken out. Every time he starts singing. All right, lovely darlings. I got to get out of here. I'm going to go down to an antique store. They said, for what? I just like to do it. Every time I go in there, I say, I don't need nothing. You don't need nothing. So, I mean, the spirit is saying, then why are you going? Don't you know there's a possibility that you're going to do something and you're going to wreck your income again? I can't help it. Those are my thrills. I get a thrill. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Hi, Nicole Reloaded. All right, you guys, let me get out of here. I ain't really going to know. Well, who knows what I'll do. It's a nice day today. We ain't going to have it a few more like this. Because the fall is on its way. Y'all have a good day. Take care of yourself. And you go over there and give that young lady some good advice. So you leave our people alone. Don't come over here with that bullshit, girl.